Go live.
All right.
Okay, I think we are streaming live on Facebook. Hi, I'm Jenny Ruff with Compass Travel, and I am so excited to be joined by my colleague Steven Johnson wearing his lucky green shirt tonight as we discuss Ireland. And we've got Dan Piehler with Insight Vacations, Luxury Gold product, who's going to share his presentation. So I'm going to just turn it right over to Dan because this is just too exciting for me to spend time talking. We're going to let Dan do it.
Too excited for Jenny to handle. I love it. Hey, good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe. Hope you're enjoying this beautiful weather we've been having. I appreciate everybody taking time out of their evening to hop on the call today to touch a little bit on one of my absolute favorite destinations you can travel to, which is Ireland. And when Jenny and Stephen asked me to do Ireland or talk a little bit about Ireland today, I was so excited because Ireland truly is one of my favorite countries I've ever been to. It's truly amazing. There's so much that Ireland has to offer between the mix of wonderful, vibrant cities and great scenery. It's just an amazing destination. I really feel everyone should have a chance to travel to at some point in their life. So thank you all for being on the call today and really looking forward to talking a little bit more about the main event, which is Stephen's group that is going out to Ireland in August. So really looking forward to touching a little bit on that. Just so you know who the person in your screen is this evening. Again, as Jenny mentioned, my name is Dan Piehler. I'm the strategic account manager here representing the beautiful states of the Midwest for the Velvet Collection, which includes Insight Vacations, Luxury Gold, and Uniworld. So again, really what we'll do today, we'll keep this relatively short and sweet, and then we'll have plenty of time for questions at the end. And we're really going to cover three things. Number one, really what you can expect on your Luxury Gold journey. Now, this is all about Luxury Gold. Ireland. And Stephen asked me to do Ireland. If someone could mute their mic, that'd be great. Perfect. There we go. So again, we're going to talk a little bit about Luxury Gold. Really what makes Luxury Gold unique, why it's a great option for your next travel experience, and really how we do Luxury Gold, how we do Ireland through Luxury Gold. Again, we'll talk about Ireland, what makes Ireland so great, why Ireland. Again, it's an amazing country to travel to, one of my personal favorites. So we'll touch on that a little bit. And then third, the main event, we'll talk about Stephen's group that's going out in August through Luxury Gold, which is Ultimate Ireland. And with this, what we're going to do is we're actually going to run through the itinerary day by day. Now, we're not going to talk about every single thing you do every day. I think we'd be talking for about 3 hours. And if you're anything like me, if I'm on a webinar and looking at a screen for too long, it's pretty easy to go cross-eyed. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to talk about every single thing, but we are going to talk about some of those highlights every day that you get to do on this wonderful, wonderful tour that Stephen is putting on. So again, we'll keep it to those three items for tonight and go from there. Now, but before we get into it, I want to talk a little bit about one of my last vacations, which was, ironically enough, to Ireland. And again, I mentioned earlier, I really think Ireland is one of those destinations that everybody at some point in their life should have the opportunity to go on. It's absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing. When I went to Ireland, I got to see some of these really wonderful cities, but I also got to see the great scenery, between cities like Belfast and seeing really beautiful spots like the Cliffs of Moher, Giant's Causeway, like that picture on the left. Ireland just has so much to offer. Again, I mentioned the picture on the left, that's me at Giant's Causeway, absolutely beautiful. The picture on the right, that's me with some of my colleagues in Belfast at the Titanic Museum, which is something you get to do on this group tour. But it's just such an amazing country, Ireland and Northern Ireland, absolutely beautiful. But it wasn't so much just the cities, and it wasn't just the beauty that really stood out to me. What really made Ireland and Northern Ireland really special for me was the people. It was the people, ultimately, between the people that I was there with, whether that was my travel director, the coach driver, or the people I met at the local pub. Everyone was so friendly, so welcoming, and it really made the trip special to me and one of the best experiences of my life. So I truly, again, believe Ireland is just one of those countries everyone should have the opportunity to go to at some point. Maybe you have been there before. It's absolutely amazing. But hopefully today, as we talk a little bit more about Ireland, as we go through the day-to-day itinerary with Steven's group, hopefully that can bring the destination alive and inspire you to travel to Ireland at some point. So segueing into that, getting into it, let's talk a little bit about luxury gold. So maybe some of you have been on a luxury gold tour, maybe some of you have not, but either way, really what luxury gold is a luxury tour operator really specialized in giving you, our guests, an authentic, immersive, luxurious travel experience. And we really like to say we do that in 7 different ways. Number one is through our exclusive VIP experiences. So really what this is, when you travel via luxury gold, we want to make sure that you're having an amazing, immersive, authentic experience. We want to provide experiences which we like to say are ungoogleable, which is hard to say a few times in a row after a glass of wine, but we like to provide those ungoogleable experiences for you that really make the destination amazing and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So for example, say we're in Italy. Say we're in Italy and we're going to the Vatican. One of the things that we get to do is we actually get you VIP access that go up the Bramante staircase. So you can actually walk where the Pope walks, something that you couldn't do anywhere else, something that's unique to luxury gold. And that's one of those great experiences, those authentic immersive experiences we want to provide for you. Another one, exceptional dining. Now, I love food. I'm sure you love food. Food is a big part about who we are at Luxury Gold. We feel there's no better way to immerse yourself in destination than trying the local delicacies, trying the local cuisine. We really think that food, those culinary experiences, bring those destinations alive. Whether that's dining at a Michelin-starred restaurant, which we do at Luxury Gold, or we do a farm-to-table dining experience, which is that whole 0-kilometer philosophy where we source some local ingredients. We really want to make sure that we're providing really authentic, really amazing, immersive, delicious culinary experiences for you on your Luxury Gold tour. Now, another thing that's really important too is our luxury hotels. We want to make sure that when you're on a Luxury Gold tour, we're staying at the nicest hotels possible. We're talking 4.5, 5-star hotels, hotels that are centrally located in the city center, whether you're in Dublin or whether you're in Belfast. We want to make sure that you're right in the heart of everything that's going on, right in the city center, in a really, really luxurious spot you can stay at. So that's a big part about Luxury Gold too, is we will have the best hotels available. Now, a big part of the Luxury Gold journeys is that, think of a guided tour, which is what Luxury Gold is. On your guided tour, you're going to have a travel concierge with you. Now, the travel concierge, they're absolutely incredible. They're there for really a few reasons, but the main ones are, number one, to make sure that everything, all your needs are taken care of. They're there to help you every step of the way. If you have questions, they're there to help you out. I swear they don't sleep in my experiences on a Luxury Gold journey. I think they're available 24/7. So they're there to make sure that your journey is going great and to address any questions you have. But they're also there to educate you, inspire you, and talk about this destination that you're in. They all speak the local language. They all know all the sites. They're absolutely incredible. So on your journeys, you will have a wonderful travel concierge there as well. Another one, luxury travel. This is really how we get around from place to place. Now, one of the great things about Luxury Gold is when you are on a tour, the main way we get around is through our luxury coach. Now, with our luxury coach, this is great because it has double the legroom. It has these large windows. So when we're driving up the Irish countryside, you can see all the beautiful views. The coaches are absolutely wonderful. They're truly, truly a great way to experience a guided tour and a country. Now, one of the great things about the guided coaches, I won't go too much into it, is that I mentioned they do have the double legroom, the extra legroom. Now, if we're in person, you would be able to tell, but for me, I'm not normal size. I'm 6'6". I don't fit in my car. I don't fit on an airplane or in any other type of transportation like a bus or a coach, but I fit very well in the Luxury Gold coaches because they have the great spacious legroom. They're absolutely amazing. So it's a great way to travel from destination to destination. Lastly are the small groups. Now with Luxury Gold, with guided tours, you're traveling within a group. Luxury Gold will provide the small groups with a max of 24 guests. So those are a few reasons to travel with Luxury Gold. Why Luxury Gold is unique and a great way to travel. Now, elephant in the room, we have to talk about the hygiene protocols. Now, We are so excited. We are very optimistic, cautiously optimistic here that we will be operating here soon in 2021, and we cannot wait for that. However, before we go anywhere, no matter where that's at, whether that's like in Europe or domestically, we will not operate anywhere until we know that our guests are as safe as possible and that we can operate safely. So we have done a lot of updates to our health and safety protocols, and I'm not going to go too in depth here with everything that we offer. If you have questions on safety protocols, definitely reach out to Steven, definitely reach out to Jenny. They're all very well versed in those protocols. They'll be able to help you out with that. But just a couple of things. Number one of the great things about going guided here post-pandemic is that you have a team on site with you. You have a support team there. You're going to have your travel concierge. You're going to have your coach driver. They're all trained in safety protocols. That's one of the great reasons to go guide is that you're not alone. You have someone there to make sure that you're all set. Any questions you have, any concerns you have, you have someone there at all times making sure that those questions are addressed. So that's a really, really great thing. Number two, hygiene protocols and distancing. Now, we've had a lot of updates with this. And again, some of these are still moving. Some of these are still changing. And as we get closer to travel, and again, we'll continue to update these. But yes, we will have plenty of hand sanitizer on board. We'll have masks on board as well if you need them. And we will be distancing as well. Now, I often get questions, Dan, we're so excited to travel, but what does that look like? What does that mean for me? Do I need to wear a mask? Do I need to social distance? And the honest answer to that is, those questions, those answers are still evolving. And as we get closer to travel, we'll have those answers for you. It really depends on what the current guidelines are, and of course, what the country's protocols are. But rest assured, no matter what, our protocols will be on par with what the World Health Organization, the CDC, has in place to make sure that we are abiding by all necessary safety protocols. Now, the last thing is 24/7 support. One of the great things about going with Luxury Gold is not only do you have that on-site support team, but you also have people in the background. We have an office of wonderful, wonderful people that are available 24/7 that are there to take care of any needs. If a situation arises, if someone needs to be quarantined, something like that, or has a medical emergency, we have a team that's there to support you 24/7 to coordinate with family members, coordinate with local health officials. You're in good hands. If something happens, you have nothing to worry about. Everything is taken care of. You don't need to worry about anything. So really, ultimately with this, again, not going to get into too much detail with this, but please know that we will travel. When we do travel again, we will make sure we are abiding by all necessary protocols and that you are in good hands and that you have people there, not only on site, but also off site as well, making sure that your journey is incredible and of course, safe. So that's a really important one there. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about Ireland, the main event of the evening. Now, I always love to start these with a few fun facts, but a couple of fun facts about Ireland. There's a lot of them, but a few that stood out to me. Hurling is an ancient Irish sport with prehistoric origins. It has been played for 3,000 years and considered one of the fastest field sports in the world. It's a really neat sport. It's kind of a mix of soccer and lacrosse. I would certainly not be athletic enough to play it, but it definitely is entertaining to watch. Absolutely incredible. But that is the main sport in Ireland. People get very, very into it, very excited. It's kind of like football here in the United States. Now, second, the harp is the official symbol of Ireland, making it the only country in the world with an instrument as its national symbol. Very interesting there. And then also Irish Gaelic is the official language of Ireland, but only 380,000 fluent speakers remain. They all speak English, of course, but Irish Gaelic is that national language. Now, why travel to Ireland? I mentioned a few reasons in the beginning, and I could go on and on and on. And there's so many reasons to travel to Ireland, to travel to Northern Ireland, but just a handful. Number one is the natural beauty. Between Giant's Causeway, the Cliffs of Moher, the Ring of Kerry, there's so many beautiful, beautiful sites that Ireland has to offer. You do go there for the scenery. People go there solely for the scenery, and for good reason. It's absolutely incredible. But there's so much natural beauty. And then the lively cities as well. We're talking specifically about Ireland. We're talking Dublin. We're talking Kilkenny, Killarney, Galway, which is a wonderful town as well. There's so many great cities, all very unique from each other, that provide just an amazing experience. History, there's a lot of rich heritage. There's a lot of great culinary experiences as well that you'll get experience on this tour with Luxury Gold. Also, another nice feature, Shorter flights. Now, again, we're going to Europe. Every flight's going to be a little bit long, right? But these are relatively shorter flights. If we're flying from Chicago O'Hare, it could be anywhere from 8 to 11 hours, depending on how many stops there are. It's a relatively easier destination to get to. Now, of course, easier is all relative. It depends on what you're used to, but for people who do enjoy travel, it's a very nice, easy destination to get to. Also, historic castles. You'll have your fair share of castles along the journey with this guided tour. That's for sure. Castles are all over the place. They're absolutely amazing in Ireland, Northern Ireland, and definitely one of the great reasons to travel there. But again, it just truly is an amazing country. Can't say enough about it. Hopefully, again, as we kind of go through the itinerary of what Steven's group will be come August, you can see the dates on the top right of the screen, the 13th through 25th. Hopefully, we can inspire you a little bit to get excited and be interested in traveling to Ireland. So the group that is going out, Steven's group, is Ultimate Ireland. That is the name of the tour that will be going out August 13th through 25th. Now it says summer of 2021. That is when we will be going, but this is the itinerary. Absolutely incredible. This is a 12-day journey that covers Northern Ireland for 3 days, then also Ireland as well. And I really, again, think this is your Ultimate Ireland experience. It does cover the best of both worlds. On one hand, you're going to be going to all of the main cities, all the great hubs like Belfast, Dublin, Killarney. You'll even stop in Limerick, but you also get those great scenic, iconic landmarks like Cliffs of Moher, like Giant's Causeway. You'll go around the Ring of Kerry, which is one of the most beautiful places I think that you can ever go to. And it's just a really, really great mix of all that. It really, truly is your Ultimate Ireland experience. But this is our itinerary for the day. This is the itinerary that will be going out for the Ultimate Ireland group here in August. Now, going through the day a little bit. Now, I'm not going to go too much in detail on every single day, but I just want to cover some of the highlights that is on this journey. So really on day one, you saw on the screen, that is when we fly in. That's going to be our first day. We're going to fly into Belfast. Now, this day is really all about getting settled in and relaxed. We're not going to be doing a whole lot of activity that day. Again, a little bit of a longer flight. You're going to have a little bit of jet lag. Maybe you did a pre-night, great. But if you didn't, that's okay. It's all about getting settled into your hotel, relaxing. And then that night, we're going to have the first event of the tour, which is the welcome dinner. Now, the welcome dinner, this, in my opinion, on my Insight Vacations and Luxury Gold Journeys, is one of my favorite experiences that we have to offer. A welcome dinner is always fun because a lot of people in the group maybe not know each other. Maybe some of them do know each other, but everyone's so excited for the trip. Now, everyone's a little bit quiet at first because you're a little bit jet lagged, you're a little bit tired. But we always like to say, after one glass of wine, everyone becomes best friends really quick, and everyone starts talking about all the great highlights that the rest of their journey has to offer. So we'll have the wonderful welcome dinner. That's where we're going to have meet our travel concierge. They're going to do a toast to the group and get everyone all excited over a wonderful, wonderful dinner in Belfast. So that's the only event we have on day number one. So really, it's all about getting in and then having that really, really great welcome dinner. Day two, now this is where we really get moving throughout Belfast. So here, we're going to get a local tour of Belfast. You know, we're going to see all of the really great highlights there. We're going to visit City Hall. We're going to see Queen's University, the Parliament Building. We'll get a tour through the Titanic Museum, which is a picture on your left. In the Titanic Belfast Museum, this is one of those really, really great experiences when you go to Belfast that you have to see. This is the museum that's located on site where the RMSS Titanic was built from 1909 to 1912. So it's a really, really neat experience. Again, as you saw earlier, I had the opportunity to go there. Absolutely incredible. Highly recommend it to everybody. But really, this is all about seeing the main spots in Belfast with our local expert. Now, the rest of the day, after we do our guided tour portion, the rest of the day is yours at leisure. So you get to experience Belfast. You can check out some of the local shops, some of the local pubs, the restaurants, what have you. The rest of the afternoon is yours. Now, you will be staying at the Grand Central Hotel, which is a hotel that's actually right in the center of the city. I actually had the opportunity to stay there myself. It's beautiful, but one of the great things about it is you're right in the action, right in the heart of the city. So you get to see all the amazing sights. You're just a walk away from all these great places that you get to walk to. But I will say too, now you see here that we do have a guided portion on that second day, and then the rest of the day is yours at leisure. That's one of the benefits about going on a luxury gold journey. Yes, we're going to have certain activities every day. We're going to have some really great experiences, but we also want to give you a little bit of free time, a little bit of leisure time to really explore the city on your own and take in all of those sites. And our travel concierge is there to recommend also some definitely great things as well. But really, that is your time to take in everything at your leisure. So that will be the second day. Day three. Now we're still going to be stationed in Belfast. We're still going to go to the Grand Central Hotel that night, but we're going to venture a little bit west of the city, and we're going to see some other great options that Belfast has to offer. So we're actually going to go visit Giant's Causeway, which was personally one of my favorite things to see in Belfast. Absolutely incredible, right on the sea, and you have these really interesting rock formations as well, which really makes it a unique spot to go to. But it's absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. It's a really great iconic spot to see when you are in Northern Ireland. So we will do that first day. But later on that day, we have a really neat experience where we actually get to head to Londonderry to meet one of our local experts whose name is Ronan. And he's one of Northern Ireland's best storytellers. That's his claim to fame. So he's actually going to talk with you about the history of the famous walled city, Londonderry. And Londonderry is very interesting because it's actually the second largest city in Northern Ireland. And it actually has these walls in which were really originally built by the Irish Society between 1613 and 1619. So they were built with the intention of actually protecting the Scottish and English planters between planters that had actually moved to Ulster as part of the plantation of Ulster. And this was established by King James I. So it's a really, really interesting city. It's just an interesting area you'll learn all about with your local expert. And then that's really the big thing we'll do that day. And then we'll get back to Belfast. And again, you'll have that evening at leisure. So you'll see the Causeway, and then we'll take a little bit trip more west and go to Londonderry, which is an absolutely incredible city as well. And it's always great to meet a local expert or a local storyteller when you go there. Day four, this is now where we're going to head a little bit down south. We're actually going to go to Ireland and go to Dublin. So here, we're actually going to spend 2 days in Dublin. And we're going to get a city tour to see some of Dublin's great sites, such as St. Patrick's Cathedral, with our travel concierge. But one of the really neat things that we're going to have on this day is we're actually going to have something called a VIP experience after hours to the Little Museum of Dublin. Now, really what the Little Museum is this is a civic museum for the city of Dublin. And really the Little Museum chronicles the history of the city in the 20th century. So it's a really, really neat experience. But here, you're actually going to explore the museum with its founder and respected author, Trevor White, who will give you a signed copy of his book, Alfie. And he's going to talk to you all about the lives of Dubliners. It's a really, really neat experience. And you can also have a glass of Prosecco while he's going through his spiel and talking about everything that the museum has to offer. But it's just a really, really neat experience. The VIP experience, really what that means is just you and your group after hours going to the Little Museum. No one else is going to be there. It's just you, the group, and Mr. White talking about the history of Dublin. It's a really, really incredible experience. Truly one of the good, really great experiences that we offer on this day. Now, day five, this is kind of our ultimate Irish experience, I guess you could say. And here we're actually going to stop at again a storehouse right away in the morning before it opens, so you can learn how to pour the perfect pint before we start the day. So yes, you can have a glass of Guinness to begin your morning. That is totally fine. But then we're going to have a really neat experience going to Trinity College. And we're going to visit Trinity College. We're going to get a tour of Trinity College with Dr. Joseph Gorman, who was a former student at Trinity College. Now he's a professor there. And he's going to talk to you all about the history of Trinity College. And then he's going to take you to see the Book of Kells. So you're going to have that whole Trinity College experience on day five and see that amazing site. And then, of course, that evening, you will have the evening at leisure just to take in all the sites that Dublin has. There's plenty to do in Dublin. Again, we definitely recommend on those evenings at leisure to talk to your travel concierge, as they should have a lot of great ideas for you to explore the city. Now, day six, moving right along, here we're going to have Kilkenny for the night. But before that, we're going to have something called a relaxed start. Now, really with a relaxed start, this is one of my favorite things because I'm not a morning person, but really when you're doing a guided tour, oftentimes, you wake up, you're going to have breakfast and you hop on the coach and we're going to go to our next destination. Now, a relaxed start. We're going to have multiple relaxed starts within this tour. And one of the great things on day 6 is we have our first relaxed start where, hey, instead of getting up right away and hopping on the coach, we're not going to go on the coach until later that morning. So you can take in all the sights, relax, have a cup of coffee at the local cafe, and take in all the sights that you want to see. Again, providing you with a little bit more leisure time. So we're going to have that start at day 6. But later on that day, after the relax starts, we will head to Glendalough, which is a glacial valley in County Wicklow. We'll explore with a local expert. And then we will continue to the medieval town of Kilkenny. Now, Kilkenny is known as the Marble City. And here you're going to take a stroll through Kilkenny's Medieval Mile, which is actually a trail that links Kilkenny Castle to St. Canice's Cathedral. And it's filled with a lot of shops, pubs, really kind of picturesque alleyways, I guess you could say. It's a really beautiful area. And there's so much to do there, which is really great. So that's a great experience that you're going to have there. But later that night, your hotel for the night is the Leirith Estate, which is a beautiful historic residence where you'll spend the night. And before that, we actually are going to have a wonderful dinner at a Michelin-starred restaurant at Lady Helen. But Leirith Estate is absolutely incredible. And that's one of the great things about Luxury Gold, again, is we are going to stay at the nicest hotels that are available in that city, in that town, like Kilkenny. That's one of the big benefits of the tour. Day 7, we're going to continue moving on, and we're going to head to Killarney. Now, here you're going to start your day in Pretty Cashel, a small town in the south of Ireland, famous for its medieval buildings. But here you'll see the spectacular Rock of Cashel, or St. Patrick's Rock, the traditional seat of the High Kings of Munster. And then you're also going to have a very exciting experience where we go see Blarney Castle. Now, again, this was pre-COVID days, but one of the great things about Blarney Castle is, well, one, it's a really, really beautiful castle to see. You get to go up it, you get to see all the amazing sights, you get to look out from the top and see the Irish countryside. But one of the great things is when you go to Blarney Castle, they say you have to kiss the Blarney Stone. That is one thing you have to do. And if you kiss the Blarney Stone, it is said that you will receive the gift of gab, which means you'll be able to talk to anybody you want. Now, that was pre-COVID. Now, after COVID, I'm assuming we will not be kissing the Blarney Stone, but maybe we'll do something like blowing the Blarney Stone a kiss or something like that. But either way, you're going to see Blarney Castle, experience the Blarney Stone experience, which is wonderful. And then that'll be that day. And then we're also going to have later on in day 7 another VIP experience. So we're going to go to a wonderful Trehalds restaurant, which specializes in international cuisine. But later on, you actually get to try your hand in Irish dancing during a sample dance class with Gaelic roots. So you get to see, if you get to put your dancing shoes on, see how you do with that, and try some authentic Irish dancing lessons, which is always a fun thing to do as well. Day 8, now we're moving on to the Ring of Kerry. So we're actually we'll still be in Killarney, but here we'll actually take a little bit of a trip west and see the Ring of Kerry. However, before that, you will have the opportunity to enjoy a morning at leisure in the comfort of your luxurious 5-star hotel before traveling through beautiful Killarney National Park. Now, Ireland has so much beauty, but in my opinion, this might be one of the most beautiful spots in Ireland, as there's all these beautiful mountains, these lush lakelands and valleys all along the Ring of Kerry. It's such a beautiful area. So later that evening, we will return to Killarney and take a scenic jaunting carriage ride through Killarney National Park, which is always fun. And then we'll enjoy a pint in one of Killarney's most popular pubs and perhaps stay to enjoy local music later on in that evening. The choice, of course, will be up to you. But really, Killarney National Park, this is the big one that day. And the Ring of Kerry is absolutely amazing, absolutely beautiful. Day 9, here we're going to do a scenic drive along the Dingle Peninsula. Now you can kind of see the reoccurring theme here. Day 8 and 9, this is really kind of the scenic days. We're going up the west side of Ireland, seeing all these beautiful sights. Now, the Dingle Peninsula, it's this very, very windy road, but it's absolutely amazing. You get to see some great views of the Irish Sea. And that's one of the great things too. While you're on your tour with Luxury Gold, you're going to be on this nice luxury coach where you're just going to sit back, relax, and take in all of those beautiful sights while we drive down, while somehow our coach driver navigates our journey down this narrow road at the Dingle Peninsula. But it's absolutely beautiful, absolutely incredible, and definitely one of the highlights the morning and early afternoon of day 9. But Later on, it doesn't end there. We are going to head to Limerick with your travel concierge. She will lead you on an orientation of the city. While you're here, you'll see some great sites such as St. Mary's Cathedral, which is actually, ironically enough, the oldest and most historic building in Limerick, in the city stone where the Treaty of Limerick was signed in 1691. And then that night, we will stay at the Savoy Hotel in Limerick, which is a wonderful place to stay. And many people say is one of the greatest hotels in Ireland. Day 10, we're coming to the end a little bit here, but now we're going to travel through beautiful County Clare to admire the breathtaking views of the 700-foot cliffs of Moher. This is a highlight in itself, as it has breathtaking views right off the cliff of the Irish Sea. Absolutely incredible. Again, we talk about some of those iconic scenic areas you can visit. This is one of them. Cliffs of Moher is absolutely beautiful. If you ever looked at pictures or Googled a picture of Ireland, oftentimes the Cliffs of Moher are one of those images that pops up right away, and for good reason. It's absolutely incredible. Very, very beautiful. Later on that day, we are actually going to head a little bit more up north, and we're going to check out the town of Galway, which is known for being I guess, youthful, really bustling city, known for its pubs. Personally, one of my favorite towns I've ever been in. It's absolutely incredible. But this is really one of the highlights of the trip. And this is a great day because you're going to see the Cliffs of Moher, you're going to go to Galway, but later on, we are going to journey on to the pretty village of Cong in County Mayo, in which this beautiful destination houses the famous Ashford Castle. Now, Ashford Castle, this is one of the highlights of the trip. This is why many people go on the Ultimate Ireland Tour, because Ashford Castle is absolutely incredible. It's one of the best hotels in the world. It's one hotel of the year, and it's just absolutely amazing. Steven has been there. He can talk a little bit more at the end about some of the great things that makes Ashford Castle so amazing, but it truly is absolutely incredible. We're going to spend 2 nights there. But one of the great things too with this is on arrival, a lone piper will escort you over the drawbridge. So you're going to get a grand opening to Ashford Castle. But again, this is one of those highlights of this trip and why people choose this journey, because it's a luxury hotel and it's formerly home to the Guinness family, and it boasts these really amazing rooms, amazing furniture, very historic. It's just absolutely incredible. And on top of that, it's also set on a 350-acre estate. So it's a very, very large area. Absolutely amazing. So many great things to do there. Such great scenery. It's just absolutely amazing. So we're going to be in Ashford Castle that night. You'll definitely be wowed when you get there. Now, day 11, this is really your day to just enjoy all the amenities that Ashford Castle has to offer. So here you'll start the day enjoying your relaxed start, which we talked about earlier. Again, sleep in a little bit. Maybe you had a little bit of wine the other night. That's great. But it's really your relaxed start in the morning. Just take in Ashford Castle as you'd like. You know, during the leisure time, you can head for a walk in its grounds, take in all the wonderful fresh country air. But one of the great things to stay is you're going to have something called optional experiences. Now, you don't have to do these. You can certainly just enjoy all of Ashford Castle's amenities, but we will offer optional experiences where you can either do falconry, which seems personally a little scary to me, but people absolutely love it. So you can certainly do that. Or you can do a historical tour of the castle with your travel concierge as well. So you can choose from a couple of those experiences. Either way, that day is yours to enjoy Ashford Castle. And then later that evening, we're going to have something called a celebration dinner. Now, celebration dinner, this is one of the grand dinners, one of the grand culinary experiences that we'll have. It's always a little bit bittersweet because on one hand, people are a little sad to leave, but they're excited to get home. But it really, truly is one of the best dining experiences that we have because it's our last large dinner. We get to do it at Ashford Castle. We're going to have some wonderful, wonderful cuisine. You get to have your glass of wine and just talk about all the great sights that you got to see on your journey. So it's a really, really great way to end your journey. And one of the great things here is that we're actually dining at Ashford Castle in the George V's dining room, which was built specifically for King George V in 1905. And it's just an amazing dining experience. It's absolutely incredible. So we're really going out with a bang on this, but it truly is a wonderful way to end a once in a lifetime journey. It really is. So day 10, that night, Ashford Castle. Day 11, that is your day at Ashford Castle, and then we'll end the evening there. And then day 12, it's the end of our journey. It's farewell Ireland, and we'll have our transfer back to the airport, and we will head back home. So that's a little bit of the day of the journey. Again, don't want to go in all the little things that you do on that because we'd be here for hours and hours, but hopefully that kind of highlighted some of the great experiences that we do have. Now, how do you experience Ireland differently with Luxury Gold? Again, we talked about those unique experiences, having that VIP access to go into the little museum in Dublin, going to different places like Blarney Castle, the Cliffs of Moher, Giant's Causeway. Those are really, really special experiences. Ashford Castle as well. Those are great experiences that Luxury Gold has to offer and really make this tour unique. Also, the days at leisure, the times, it's not really the days, but the times at leisure. Again, one of the great things about the Luxury Gold Tour to Ultimate Ireland is you're going to have a mix of experiences and things that you're going to do every day, but you also have a lot of leisure time to explore and personalize the trip on your own to enjoy that destination. That's really the goal here, is we want to give you that time to really make it your own as well. And that's one of the great benefits of this journey. Now, VIP entry, we talked a little bit about that. Authentic dining, that goes with the welcome dinner, the celebration dinner, and then of course the coach with extra legroom. While we're going up the Irish countryside, when we're going to the Dingle Peninsula, the Ring of Kerry, you can sit back, relax, enjoy all those beautiful views just from your luxury coach, which is great. So that's the Ultimate Ireland journey that's going out in August. Absolutely incredible. I can't wait for this. I think this journey is absolutely amazing. It's everything that you want to do in Ireland, this journey has. Now, to reserve this, I think Stephen would agree that this one's going to go quick. This really is. It truly is a great journey. But if you are interested, definitely give Stephen a call as soon as possible. The dates are on August 13th, so it is coming up. But that is his contact info on the screen, and he'll be able to get all the information to you. So with that being said, thank you again for being on the call tonight. And I think we'll hand it over to a special guest here on the call, John Gretzner, who is the president of Luxury Gold. We'll take any questions, and I think he'll have a little bit to share here at the end. So John, I'm going to hand it over to you. Is there anything you'd like to add at all before we open it up for questions?
First of all, I appreciate it. It's good to see our friends at Compass Travel. No, I think you did a great job, Dan, and just here to answer any question that anyone has. I thought you were going to talk a little bit more about the pubs. That's the area that I know that you were doing a lot of personal research on, Dan. So I thought that you'd have a few more pictures of you there in the pubs doing a jig. But so besides that, I thought you did a great job.
I don't want to go into my 3-hour-long story about my experiences in Galway, so I figured we leave that one out for this one. But
this is the living room of the nation.
Absolutely. But yeah, Jenny, I don't know, is there any questions that came in? If anyone has any questions, feel free to type in the chat, and we'll kind of take them away.
I've got a little background noise going on behind me, so I apologize for that. But I was looking
Speaking of being in a pub.
I know. Yeah, I'm in destination tonight. So yeah, this is this is so cool doing this. Let me just double check comments. Last I checked, we've got some viewers, no comments yet. I think Dan just did such a good job explaining this. Stephen, would you like to ask or comment on anything? I'm going to mute myself.
You're on mute, Stephen.
Thank you. I would like to say that we've taken 4 or 5 groups to Ireland in the past, always with Inside Vacations. And they've always been excellent, and people have high remarks for those tours and the tour concierge. The last time we went, we visited Ashford Castle, which is a definite highlight. And you saw a photo of the falconry. I did the falconry. I held my arm out and landed it on my arm and flew away. It was the most incredible experience, I think, ever. And one of the reasons we picked this tour is we have not one night, but 2 nights at Ashford Castle. There's so much to see and so much to do and so much history to experience. And Ashford Castle is close to the village of Cong. And Cong, as you may know or may not know, was the scene of a very famous movie featuring John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara called The Quiet Man. And you'll have time to visit locations where that film was produced and maybe bring it back out of mothballs and review that film before the trip. It's definitely, the beauty of Ireland is unsurpassed. And we start out with the Titanic Museum, which I've been to and is amazing. And we end at Ashford Castle. And in between, it's all magical as well. So I look forward to having you join me on our 5th trip to Ireland, an ultimate Ireland with Inside Vacations Luxury Gold.
Great, thank you, Stephen. Yeah, I think you said it great. You know, this tour is really the ultimate Irish experience. You get to see Northern Ireland, regular Ireland as well, and you get to see those great cities. You get to have those really amazing experiences, and it truly is a wonderful journey. I was very excited when Stephen picked this one out for this year, and for good reasons. So, but yeah, thank you all again for being on tonight. Jenny, anything you'd like to add? Any more questions that came in?
No, I think you did a nice job. You advertised how to get in contact with Steven. It's calling the office, 815-756-1547. Just rewind a little bit and you'll see the screen that Dan kindly provided with Steven's email address. So yeah, thanks for joining us. Good night, everyone.
Steven, you look like you're ready to go. You've got your hat in the background. You're in green. Love it.
Yeah, ready.